producer Rachel from Channel 955 Mojo in the Morning in Detroit. How are you, Lance?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks.
Lance, you guys, is on this new show on Fox called Fringe. Tell me a little bit about your character.
Well, I play a guy named Philip Broyles, who's from the Department of Homeland Security. And I am in charge of this, what ends up being at the end of the pilot, this elite unit that investigates these super scientific kind of terrorist crimes.
Now, I saw the pilot episode, and I've made up in my head that Lance has a secret past that we don't, your character has a secret past that we kind of don't know about. Is that going to come out? Because you play it you play it on the line a little bit, where you really don't know anything about him, at least in the first episode.
Well, let me ask you this. Have you seen much of J.J. Abrams' other shows?
Yes.
Okay, then you know that yes. he goes that way.
All right, I'm right. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was right, because your character, there was something about it that I was like, all right, I get the girl and the blonde and all that other stuff, but there's something about you that I know we're going to find out more about. Am I right?
Probably.
And you can't tell me about it, I'm sure.
Well, it's not just that I can't tell you about it. It's sometimes a lot of it I don't know myself. So.
Oh my God, that's so scary.
Yeah, it's interesting.
You have to sign your life away when you get a script. Like, there's a guy in a car waiting in my driveway when I got the script. I don't know what's happening.
Well, they're very secretive about the scripts. So.
Which is good.
Yeah.
So you just have to trust and move on.
It's the same way in Lost.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to talk about Lost. I'm lost on Lost. You look very familiar because of The Wire.
Yes.
Oh my God. Everybody loves The Wire. What did you learn from that experience, and how is this one different?
Wow. Oh, what did I learn from that experience?
You're like,
that experience was just so unique because it was, in a lot of ways it was an actor's dream.
Mm-hmm. It seemed very intense. Is that the right word?
Intense is the perfect word.
Okay.
Because it was so gritty and so real. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's interesting because I did a few episodes of CSI Miami, and David Caruso, and I'm a huge fan of his work from NYPD Blue. I really felt that he kind of transformed television acting with that show. But he said that your show, talking about The Wire, he said your show is so real it almost looks documentary.
Mm-hmm. I love that. That's a really big compliment.
Yeah, it was a huge compliment.
Talking about Fringe, I kind of almost see it as the new X-Files.
Well,
I know it's weird to make that comparison. However, I feel like it can fill that slot.
Yeah, it's not weird to make the comparison, but I wouldn't want to make the comparison only because the X-Files was its own thing,
right? And
I certainly don't want people tuning in kind of expecting a more better, different X-Files.
There was actually a lot of humor that I didn't expect on Fringe that I found refreshing, actually, which was good, because it wasn't just like sci-fi the whole time. It was actually a really great script.
Yeah.
So you could enjoy the ride the whole time and not have to just get stuck in, hey.
Well, see, the other thing that I think is one unique about the show is that it's, in some ways, it can often be as character-driven as it is plot-driven.
Right.
So you really get into the characters as they develop ongoingly, the same way you would say with Lost.
Which I think you guys are going to get a much bigger audience because of all the different subplots and all the different storylines going on. So I think that's great. Yeah. Good luck to you. Fringe, Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. on Fox.
Yes.
Did I do right?
Yes, okay. After House.
After House. Thank you.
Thank you.